Earlier this week, I got an email from Marian Banker. Marian is an MBA and business leadership coach located in New York City. She started a website a couple months ago, must have been. I think I was one of the early users of her website called primestrategies.com. Primestrategies.com. It was on Friday that uh, Marian sent me an email asking if I would, under the theme of should I start a business, targeted to her audience of 60 plus. There were 7 different questions that she asked if I would address in a YouTube. And I said, absolutely, for many reasons. First of all, just the concept of starting a business. It's what our community is all about. Uh, Being targeted towards an audience of older than 60 years old, I am in that target audience, and in fact have started 2 businesses since I was 60 years old. So I am an expert on the subject. The 7 questions or 7 different concepts that Marian wanted me to deal with are: I'm 60 plus. What do I need to consider? I'll be able to answer that one pretty pretty easily, since I am also in that category, and I had to consider a lot of things. I had to make some major decisions before I started my business. What is my personal situation? Now, I don't know that I can actually deal with the personal situations of her members, although I would certainly entertain questions from her members. I can share my thoughts about how important personal situation is when making the decision to start a business. Will I be selling something I know or learning something new? Easy answer, both. Why not use your experiences of the last 40 years, either being in business or being related to some aspect of business, so that you can start a business? You have 40 years of experiences, and that's where it starts. You're being able to share information with all the vast experiences, successes and failures. It's important that we take both approaches as we talk to folks about starting business, what has worked and what hasn't worked. That's not to say that something's going to work for the other individual or it's not going to work for the other individual. That's what happened with you and what you were trying to accomplish, what your goals and objectives were. What resources will I need? I deal with this question all the time. And if you look at the last 139 YouTubes that I have done, all under the umbrella theme of starting a business, I will bet that in each one of the 139 YouTubes, there's at least one mention of a resource. There might be repetition, but there are resources will be mentioned in every single YouTube that I do. What technology will be a must? Great question. The challenges in starting a business today, I don't care if you're 60 plus years old or if you're 12 years old and wanting to start a business. And by the way, 12-year-old folks can start some very, very outstanding businesses. Marketing and technology are the categories that are the most challenging. Marketing, because it's incumbent upon you to be able to communicate with the marketplace what your business is about, what you are about, what's your brand, How do you position yourself? What value do you bring to somebody's life? If they invest in whatever it is that you do, your product, your service, will there be a return on resource investment? That's the marketing message. And the way that we communicate that message, I shared earlier this week a infographic, if you will, produced by some friends of mine at the Dix Nanton Celebrity Branding Agency, and they talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 different kinds of different ways that you can market your business. And it just so happens that I have done something in every single one of those categories, so I can share personal experiences there. But it's your choice. What can you do in each one of those areas to market your business? And as far as technology goes, you have to have an understanding of how technology makes our businesses run more efficiently, and how technology, an understanding of technology, or an understanding what technology can do, makes the job of communication, of marketing our businesses so important. And that's why precisely what it is that we offer in David's Barter Community is a social marketing, social network technology platform that allows anyone to start a business efficiently, very simply, dealing with those two biggest challenges in marketing and social network technology. So yes, technology is a must, but you will determine for yourself what it is that you can do best. There are a zillion social media communities in existence today. You can't be all things that you must be in all communities. What you must do is pick out that community that offers the best technology for you to communicate and market the message of your company. As an example, I do not focus very closely on a single social media. I have picked Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter to be those communities that I want to communicate my message. Quite honestly, I don't spend much time other than making sure that people who follow me in those communities get the message that I'm trying to communicate. I don't get involved in interaction, which is something you need to consider if it's important for you to interact in each one of those communities. I throw into the mix Google Plus. People want to make Google Plus a social media entity. I don't look at myself. I don't look at Google Plus as a social media entity. I look at Google Plus as a database of information so that Google can do a better job of searching for information that they deliver to you when you do a Google search. So subsequently, they will search YouTube that they own. They will search Google Plus, which they own, to get as much information as they possibly can. So YouTube and Google Plus are very, very strategic parts of our business, of our community, and I use each one of those, or I use one or the other one, or both of them, every single day. That's how important technology is. That's how important understanding marketing your technology, or using technology to market the message of your company is. How do I set targets and a timeline? That is the one of the most critical questions that must be asked. Setting a target, I call a target an objective or a goal, and a timeline. how do you efficiently achieve that goal or objective within the timeline that needs to be set. You need to set a timeline because it then is something that you must be accountable for in the growth and development of your business. Finally, the last question: how realistic is success based on the answers to the above? that too is a wonderful question, and I look at success differently than a lot of folks look at success. To me, my success, is measured in my ability to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, and essentially how I want to do it. That's how I measure success. So I sincerely believe that if you try and you make an effort, there is no such thing as failure. You've tried. Failure really is not trying. Failure is not trying something that doesn't necessarily work. We all do things that don't necessarily work, and we don't know that they will or will not work until we try them. So success for me, is measured differently. You are successful when you make an attempt to try something. Now, you might not realize your personal goal and objective, and it should be measured that way, that you don't achieve what it is you're trying to achieve. You don't target properly, or you set the wrong targets to target. We will discuss all of these, and Marian, thank you for 7 great questions that I will be honored to develop YouTubes on each one of those, so that more folks 60 and over start businesses and hopefully will become mentors of entrepreneurship in David's Barter community, so that as they start a business using our social marketing and social network technology, which works for us, there's no reason why it can't work for you, that they will then share those successes and failures with other entrepreneurs who need to start a business right now. We will start this series of YouTubes tomorrow, and we hope you come back and let us know what you think about them. As far as communicating with us, there are 2 ways there's 3 ways that I will be able to interact with you in the way of answering specific questions that you might have about you starting a business, or where your business is today, and what advice might I offer in helping you confront and deal with one of the challenges that you have in your business. The best way to communicate with me will be to join our community, David's Barter community, by going to davidsbarter.com, looking for the red box and registering. Once you register, establish for yourself a complimentary community marketing profile. That's how folks will find you inside the community, is by your profile. Once you have established your profile, you then become, it is our very proprietary community messaging system becomes available to you. We do not support email coming into the community. We do not support email leaving the community. That is not how we make most efficient use of our resources. In our community, the most efficient use of resources will come by this community messaging service that we have developed, proprietary to our community, so that messages that you send from member to member in the community stay in the community. They don't go out into cyberspace and then become subject to security and privacy issues in cyberspace. They stay inside the community. So once you establish a community marketing profile, complimentary, you can communicate with me directly by sending a message to SmallBizDavid. Starting next week, we will begin our Google Plus Hangouts. Wonderful technology from Google that will allow you to come into SmallBizDavid's Hangout and ask a question, real time, live, real-time interaction. It's wonderful technology that we've known about. We haven't started using it yet. We're going to start using it this week. That will be a second way to communicate with me. A third way, and other people do this, is just send an email, smallbizdavid@davidsbarter.com. So we look forward to working with the folks who are 60-plus years in age, with the primestrategies.com website, with Marian Banker, MBA and business leadership coach, being the facilitator, being the individual who created that community. And thank you, Marian, for your email this week and challenge this week, and I look forward to working with your members.